Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. For those of you paying attention, I had a letter published in Doctor Who magazine. I've been wanting a letter published in Doctor Who magazine for some time, and when I say some time, I mean about 30 years. Of course, actually writing to them in the first place would probably have swung things, but like I said, for those of you paying attention, you've already either read the letter or heard the letter. Now, for getting a letter published, you get a CD, or you get something. I got a CD. I got the Scorchies Companion Chronicle, and that's why I just want to thank everyone at Big Finish for sending it to me, and I'd like to thank Doctor Who magazine for selecting my letter as Letter of the Month. But basically, I just want to say the Scorchies is frankly brilliant. Now, I know the whole idea of musical and Doctor Who makes people's skin crawl. It puts their backs up. It makes them frankly grumpy. Big Finish, I'm looking at you, Doctor Who and the Pirates, one of my personal favourites, because what Doctor Who and the Pirates actually does is deal with the concept of narrative structure and the nature of storytelling. And if you approach it that way, it's not Bill Oddie doing silly voices and you're actually blown away by it. However, if you go in going, it's Colin Baker singing, then, well, you're on your own, mate. So, the Scorchies, my winning prize CD. What's it about? Well, Companion Chronicle, so therefore it's either a one-hander or a two-hander, probably a two-hander, and it's going to be companion-centric. The clue is in the title, Companion Chronicle. Here we've got one with Jo, the Third Doctor, so therefore you've got a Third Doctor story, you've got Jo Grant, you've got Katy Manning, woman of several voices, all of them fantastically odd, and the other person in this is Melvyn Hayes. Yes, a lot of people out there see Melvyn as, well, they only remember him from Ain't Half Hot Mum, a programme which just isn't repeated. And I know it's not repeated for various reasons. It doesn't stop it being damn good writing. But let's not go there. This guy is a phenomenal actor. He's kind of an actor's actor. In many of the audience's eyes, he'll be typecast as, well, Gloria, the clinger of British TV. But no, this guy is great. He's dark, he's sombre, he's practically gothic. And in this, he takes on the parts of most of the Scorchies. But who are they? Well, it feels like a 5-part Doctor Who story. And what you're actually experiencing is episodes 4 and 5. You've missed the first 3, but they're all covered in a sort of flashback and exposition. Jo has snuck into British Television Centre in order to take on, well, a kids' TV puppet show. Think Play School, think The Muppets, think Bagpuss, think the 70s. Now, if you enjoyed 70s kids' telly, and let's face it, if you were there, you did, this is for you. It's just glorious. And yeah, everyone who's ever reviewed this story has commented on one thing. The song. Jo is making a thing. It's a song that you catch yourself singing, not just for the rest of that day, but for the rest of the month. And every so often, a month later, 2 months later, you go, you know, that's a brilliant song, and you have to put it on again. Because Jo enters the Hall of the World. Now, the Scorchies themselves are actually hailed from another world, a world very much like our own in the 21st century, a world where everyone discusses television ad infinitum. The Scorchies came into being and were basically evil. And then they set out across the universe, wherever places have TV. Yes, there are throwaway in-jokes about watching ITV just for once, but you know what? They fit. They are superb. So if you're after something a little bit odd, but a little bit glorious, a little bit self-referential, but also a little bit hilarious, then get this. It doesn't take itself overly serious, but it takes itself serious enough to be a definite part of the Third Doctor's period. It feels right. The Brigadier outside the building about to blow it up. The Doctor trying to save the day, but not particularly on camera. It just works. The performances are exemplary, and the songs, sheer perfection. So thank you for my prize. Thanks for the CD. It's just great. So until next time, when I'll probably be talking about Doctor Who. Be seeing you.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. Doctor Who, The Companion Chronicles. The Scorchies.
Joe is making a thing. Is held together with a piece of string. What a lovely thing to sing about Joe making a thing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, one and all, to the Scorchies Show.
Joe, Josephine Grant, I'm a friend of the Doctor's and I've come here to defeat you.
A story! A story! A story!
Oh dear, I'm no good at stories. Joe is making a thing. Is held together with a piece of string. What a lovely thing to sing about Joe making a thing.
Twinkle, twinkle, little death. Time to draw your last breath.
And now, a word from the Oodcast.
Sitting on a chair, singing a song about sitting on this chair, waiting for the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance meeting to begin.
Excuse me, young lady?
Yes, old man?
Don't be impertinent, child. You haven't seen my granddaughter, have you? Short hair, twisted ankle.
I don't think so, sorry.
Never mind, I'll find her. If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself.
Are you a podcaster too?
I suppose I am, after a fashion. One of the originals, you might say.
I like your walking stick.
That's a microphone stand.
My mistake. You have a nice camper van too. I hope you find your granddaughter.
I'm sure she'll turn up eventually. Goodbye for now.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Can you play Der Hölle Rache kocht in meinem Herzen?
Oh my giddy aunt. I suppose I could try. I can never get the fingering right on the recorder.
Oh.
It's a big one, isn't it, Jamie?
My name's not Jamie, it's Laura. Sigma. And yes, it is a big one. It's probably a bass.
Under siege, I understand, my dear.
Look here, old chapel bean. Is that dreadful racket strictly necessary? Are you all right, Miss Sigma?
She's perfectly fine. She doesn't need you driving in uninvited.
Now look here, you...
Dandy.
Clown.
Big nose.
Scarecrow.
Chopsy McBullcut. Mr. Sheepyhead.
Scruffy-looking herder. I do beg your pardon, madam.
I'm just joining in. It sounds like fun.
Would you like a jelly baby?
No, thank you. When I eat them, it makes me sad for the jelly parents. I think it's unethical.
Fair enough, I suppose. I mean, do I have the right to wipe out a whole intelligent form of life? I'd be no better than the Daleks.
Are you a podcaster too?
I'm a video podcaster. You don't understand the implications. I'm not merely auditory. I walk in eternity and video myself doing it. If you could keep that exactly that distance away and have it here, the video podcast would fit inside the audio podcast.
I'm getting hungry now.
The moment has been prepared for.
Would you like a stick of celery?
Don't mind if I do. This celery seems to have turned purple.
Braveheart, Laura. Right, I'm off to play a spot of cricket.
But isn't the meeting going to start soon? I can see podcasters everywhere. Let me count them.
Not a very convincing argument, actually, because I could always Skype in on my phone.
2.
So you see...
3.
I'm not going to let you stop me now!
Right, I'm going to get something from this vending machine.
Adric.
Oh dear.
Adric?
It only takes coins, and I've run out of change.
Change, my dear. I have change, and it seems not a moment too soon.
Thanks. I want a carrot juice. That's I7. Where's the I button? I...
Has 3 I's in one breath. Makes you sound a rather egotistical young lady.
I before E, except after C.
That doesn't make any sense.
Neither does that jacket. Boom!
Quick, I've got seats next to the biscuits.
How did you manage that?
I put down reserve signs in these chairs when the conference room was built 50 years ago.
That seems a little...
Genius?
Manipulative.
That's just semantics.
So what do you podcast about?
I spend most of my time in books.
I love books too.
Sorry, gotta rush. Somewhere the tea's getting cold.
Hey, look at the carpet. It's got little TARDISes sewn into it.
I love humans. Always seeing patterns in things that aren't there.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Who am I?
Oh, he ran off. that was quick.
He only appears in a short burst. That's just his style.
Who are you then?
I can feel it. The turn of the earth. The ground beneath our feet, spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, and the entire planet hurtling around the sun at 67,000 miles an hour. That's who I am.
I'm not sure that answers the question. Why do you sound like you're from Canada?
Lots of planets heading north.
Never mind. Are you enjoying yourself?
Fantastic.
Thought so.
Sorry, can I just squeeze past you to get to my seat?
Absolutely. You take your time.
Oh, this meeting is beautiful! Look at it, amazing!
I am looking, and it is beautiful. You're right.
Would you like a satsuma?
I'd prefer a bite of your peach. Woof!
I think I'm going to go sit over the other side. Allons-y!
I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
Mind if I take his place?
Guess so.
Don't be sad. Life's a wonderful thing. Jammy dodgers, fezzes and whatnot.
I suppose. I've been redecorating my boat, actually. I've painted some big cartoon eyes onto the bow to make it look like it has a little face. What do you think of that?
Boat eyes are cool.
I knew you'd understand.
Then why do you still look so sad?
It's just, all the podcasters I met so far are male. Aren't there any female podcasters?
Of course there are. You just need to know where to look.
Chicks take Time Lords too.
And sometimes we even rabble time when we feel saucy.
You're not alone, Laura. There's a wide variety of podcasts with female hosts.
Pardon?
I mean variety. Oh, whatever. How dare you?
Well, I guess that just wraps up this sketch, but I don't know how to end it.
I think that's one of the functions of the sonic screwdriver. Writers use it all the time. Try setting it to end sketch.
Okay, how's this?
You've been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast. Doctor Who and its connected properties are copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. Whostrology, a Time Traveller's Almanac, is available through Telos Publishing or Amazon. Visit www.whostrology.com for further information. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.